and also let's go across to Dr. Prabhu Dayal. He's also live with us, sir. Take us through really the significance of this current meeting which is being held, because you also spoke of cooperation and global issues. India is going to be heading the G20. When it comes to COP28, it's the UAE. The meeting really focusing right now on climate change and what India can also do to help tackle the issue.
India has been playing a leading role in all international meetings which have been held in the context of climate change. India has taken all the necessary steps to fulfill its commitments. In fact, I may mention that some of the initiatives have been indeed very unique. Our Prime Minister took the initiative to set up the International Solar Alliance, and the French President Macron joined hands with our Prime Minister. And this was to emphasize the importance of solar energy in the context of preventing rapid climate deterioration. So India will, of course, be a very important player at the COP28 meeting, which will be held in November, December in Dubai this year. But let me also mention that the UAE has been doing everything possible to impress on India that it will be a strong partner in regard to India's energy security. You know, energy security is extremely important for all countries, including India. And now, of course, we are buying a lot of oil from Russia post the Russia-Ukraine war. But before this war took place and before our oil supplies from Russia were increased, UAE was the third biggest exporter of oil to India, coming after Saudi Arabia and Iran. And in fact, it helped India to build a strategic petroleum reserve, and that was done by the ADNOC, the Abu Dhabi National Oil Company, working about how a temple is being built in Abu Dhabi. I tell you, when I served in UAE in 94 to 98, this was unthinkable. And this has only happened because of the close friendship which Prime Minister Modi has developed with Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed. Then there have been some other things. For instance, you would recall that in 2019, the rupee card was officially launched in UAE through the initiative of Prime Minister Modi. And the UAE became one of the first countries in the world to have such an arrangement with India. Then again, you know, the International Yoga Day has been celebrated every year in UAE since 2016. And then again, you know, as part of a joint vision statement, India will open its first offshore campus of the Indian Institute of Technology in UAE. So these are significant steps which have been taken. And I think that the limits of friendship are boundless. And both countries look towards a golden era of UAE-India bilateral relationship. And I think steps in that direction are gaining momentum.
Well, absolutely. And sir, you know, since you're talking about how the ties have been growing between the two countries, from, of course, the temple, the first Hindu temple, which is going to come up in Abu Dhabi, to the rupee card and more, friendship, of course, growing between the two countries. Rishabh, you know, coming back to you, where's the Prime Minister headed now? We believe he's headed to the palace already.
Yeah, so Prime Minister is on way en route to the presidential palace in Abu Dhabi. He'll be meeting President Mohammed bin Al Zayed Al Nahyan, and then he will be accorded with a ceremonial welcome in the presidential palace, followed by the state lunch that has been organized in his honor. So we have seen the bilateral happening between the Crown Prince and Prime Minister already, and then Prime Minister meeting the President Designate of COP28 UAE, and now he'll be meeting the president as well. So, a power-packed 6-hour visit where India made sure that India's conditions, India's issues related to climate and how the Western burden should not be borne by India or any global South country was discussed in detail with the leadership in UAE. And when COP28, outcome happens, we will definitely see the outcome of these meetings that happened in last 4-5 years.
And in the coming hours, of course, the outcome of the meetings will also be clear. Stay with us, both of you. We'll slip into a short commercial break. On the other side, our focus on the Prime Minister's visit to the UAE remains.